Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome, everyone. How are you? I am feeling fabulous tonight. I'm feeling wonderful. I've had such an amazing day today. Mentally, I'm healthy. Physically, I'm healthy. I'm not my healthiest. And I am making changes and efforts to, become healthier as well. As far as my daily exercise routines, I haven't been in the gym as often as I like. So, I'm making changes, gradually, so I can go back to, being more active in the gym, you know, um, as I was once before. Once before I went from 11.5 hours per week to now I'll be lucky if I get a session, per week in the gym, because my day to day, it doesn't really consist of me having that kind of time or availability. But, you know, trust and believe I'm getting back to it because why? It's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's important to me. You know what I mean? People feel that you shouldn't have a particular body or a particular physique or style or shape when you're a certain age. Let them think like that. You know what I'm saying? Let them think like that. You know what I mean? You desire what it is you want, right? So you go for it. Age has absolutely nothing to do with this. You see what I'm saying? Let that be for them. You know what I mean? If you want to look great and be in shape, do that. You know what I mean? Do that. But you have people that don't want that for you at the same time. You know what I mean? Go for what it is you want and don't allow anything to get in the way. Now, as many of you already know, just last night or the night before last or the morning before last, I posted a video about certain things, that's been going on as far as like my environment and what's been going on or whatever, right? Man, there is a plethora of scenarios and events that's taking place over a course of years. You know what I mean? And as anyone of intelligence should do, you know, uh, what they would do is the proper thing to do is to document it. So if you were to have to, uh, for any reason, for any reason, if something were to, take a turn, you know, everything is documented. You got all your ducks in a row. You know what I mean? So you know what needs to be done. You know what I mean? You already got everything documented. But like I said, this situation of this issue, man, this has been going on for years because being a part of a particular industry, you know what I'm saying? It's sad to say, man. It's sad to say, but there are people within this industry that are targeted. There are individuals that's within this industry that is discriminated against. There are people that's in this industry that are harassed, and you have to be a very special individual for people to do that. See what I'm saying? Now, if you were just a random, just a Smo Joe or just anybody, when you've been working uh, out in the public and when you have an extensive history and background for doing certain things, you know, the word eventually gets around. You see what I'm saying? The word eventually gets around. Oh, this is a guy, he's a stand-up kind of individual, you know, uh, he has his own mind, he doesn't allow people to do the thinking for him, you know, and many people look at that as many people see that as you being difficult or a bad person or whatever. No, it's not that I'm a bad person. It's not that I'm difficult. It's just certain things that I'm not willing to do. I'm not going to surrender certain things that you want me to surrender if I surrender at all. And my mind is one of them. That ain't for sale. My body. That ain't for sale. You know what I mean? And I move with integrity, man. You know what I'm saying? I move with integrity. You know what I mean? Now, if you're an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you have a plan before you come into any industry. Before you insert yourself within any industry, you already have a plan as into how you wish to pursue a particular thing or goal, etc. It's a plan, you know? And for you to not be in pursuit of that plan, you have to make the necessary changes. People can judge you for that, but that's fine because it's your life. You see what I'm saying? It's your life, and you have to do what's best for you. People might not agree with it, and people have come against me for that often. You know what I mean? Because some of these people, man, truth be told, they look at you or they look at people as their personal piece of property. You see what I'm saying? This is the mindset that some people have. You know what I mean? Like, like, they own you. You see what I'm saying? You can't do what you want to do. I own you. Just the control factor of some of these industries, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not going for it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Many may say that it's disrespectful. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Many may say he's heartless, he's cold, or he's selfish. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. That's your perception of it. Because I say no, it's deemed as being disrespectful in the position that I hold within a particular industry. You know what I mean? Rather you're an independent contractor, or rather you're an independent contractor, rather just a entrepreneur. You're working together, you're working with people. But when it comes down to, okay, I'm doing all these favors for you, but it's not benefiting me. You know what I mean? I come to you with a skill, a particular skill, rather it be transportation or rather it be any, okay, your skill. You have a particular skill, right? So you're bringing value to a corporation. Within a corporation, you're a company or you're a business yourself, but you bring value to these people and they don't honor it. Things that you're capable of doing, there's no incentive, there's no pay. They don't want to pay you for it. But if you hadn't done this particular thing, chances are it would have still been there. You see what I'm saying? So when you say no to specific tasks or you say no to specific things, when requested, now you the bad guy. You the bad guy. So, hey, that's fine. Judge me for it. That's fine with me. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know what I mean? Now, when I have the freedom to move and groove out here in society, you know what I mean? That's the name of the game. If I'm not making no money, if I'm not making dollars, it don't make sense. It shouldn't always be beneficial to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting nothing or hardly nothing in return. You know what I mean? So this right here, man, this has been going on. This has been an ongoing cycle, man, for years with me. Back in 2020, I started a transportation company, right? Back in 2020. And I expanded, you know what I mean, to several locations, right? Okay. Me being who I am, I'm a hands-on kind of person. So I'd rather have the experience before actually, trying to hire somebody, etc. Because things could happen in a way that, say, for instance, a driver abandon the truck or whatever, right? Now you have to find somebody, you have to jump hurdles in efforts to get someone out there to your equipment with a CDL license, to recover your vehicle and bring it back to the location in which you desire the truck to be, or that particular piece of equipment. It doesn't have to necessarily be a semi-tractor trailer, you know. It can be any vehicle. It could be a quad, a dump truck, Peterbilt, quad, you know what I mean, Freightliner, quad axle or tri-axle. It could be whatever it is you're using. You could be goosenecking, flatbed and goosenecking with a 3500. You know what I mean? But that doesn't require a CDL goosenecking with the pickup truck. But I'm just saying for a semi. Okay, so for me, it's more about hands-on experience, and that's pretty much anything. When it comes to tech, I'm extremely tech savvy. I'm very talented when it comes to, you know, uh, tech. You know what I mean? With the AI and a couple of other things. I won't really get into detail, but and it's not illegal. I just have, I just feel that I should keep certain things to myself. You know what I mean? Just like anybody else. You know what I mean? That's why I've been having to fight so much. You know what I mean? And that's why I've been going through or experiencing so many things, man, because I realized that you need to shut your damn mouth, man. Shut your damn mouth, bro. Just be quiet. Just be quiet, because the fact of the matter is, everyone isn't going to be happy or excited or even congratulate you on your journey to success. You know what I mean? And if you're making a TSA, you know what I mean? You're making a special service announcement all the time. You know what I mean? A PSA, I'm sorry, a public service announcement all the time. Your enemy is going to put up barricades. You know what I mean? They can potentially put barricades in the road as you traveling, and it creates more friction. It creates more of a barrier. It creates more difficulty, and you're using energy that you wouldn't have even had to use if you would have just kept quiet about it until it was done. That was just something that I had to learn. Me being the person that I am, you know what I mean? I'm doing something great. I want people to see this. This is a new trend. This is something that I'm starting. You know what I mean? So I just decided that I'd just be quiet about it, man, because there's something that we have out here called haters. You know what I mean? Baller blockers. You know what I mean? That those are the terms that Cash Money used to use. Baby and Lil Wayne and all of them. The baller blockers. You know what I mean? And it's a true statement. It's a true statement, because people out here will try to baller block you. And then you have people that feel that you should flock to a particular group of people. You know what I mean? And that's various industries across the board. You know what I mean? And then not just that, you have people that feel that, okay, he's doing so much or she's doing so much. You know what I mean? If I could just use them for this, or they want to take credit for what you've done or what you've built or what you created. And they become so enraged, or they become so bitter within, you know what I mean? Because they can't take credit for what you've been. What I'm currently doing, has absolutely nothing to do with what I've created or built in my personal life. This is not that. And some people want to take credit for your work. You know what I mean? They want to take credit for your work because they don't want to differentiate the two. You know what I mean? This is who I am when I'm doing this, but this is who I am right now. The person you have now is the person that you need right now for this particular task or duty or assignment. This person over here has absolutely nothing to do with this. You know what I mean? Being able to differentiate between the two. You see what I'm saying? And they want to take credit for something, you know what I mean? That you've created or that you've built. And when you don't want to give them that kind of access, They, like I said, they become bitter. You know what I mean? And it's like they try to stop you from getting money because they see what you doing over here. You see what I'm saying? They see what you doing over here. So we gonna try to baller block him over here because we see all that he got going on over there. You see what I'm saying? And then, like I said, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a support group, but is that support group healthy? You know what I'm saying? Is it a healthy support group? You know what I mean? Now, you have a choice. You can make a deal with the devil. Let's just be real about it. You can make a deal with the devil, or you can take the longer road. It might be a little harder, might be a little more difficult, might take you a little longer, but the choice is yours. You got to be careful where you get your money from or the hand that it comes from. And a lot of times, if you ain't careful, it's trickery. You see what I'm saying? It could be trickery, deception. One thing about Satan, man, and one thing about the devils. One thing about Satan, man, he knows what you like, he knows what you need, and he gonna ask God. He's gonna ask God, hey, look here, God, look here, Lord, let me at him. He weak. Let me have him. I know he gonna bend. I know he gonna break. Let me try him out. I know I got this one. Let me try him out and see what he do. You say he's yours, but I want to see. He got some cracks in this building. You know what I mean? His foundation ain't strong like that. He got some cracks in this building. He got some leaks in this building. Let me have him. Let me at him. Let me see if he gonna do something. He on the edge. He about to jump. He on the edge. I know it. Then God tells him, you know what I mean? Hey, go ahead. That one right there, mine. I know for a fact he ain't. I know for a fact he ain't finna turn his back on me. You can tempt him all you want to. I know for a fact we've been together too long. I know for a fact you ain't gonna make no progress with this one. So he gives him access. He allows him to build an agility course around you. And he running around trying to see whatever it is he can do. You know what I mean? He trying to build a future with you that don't exist. It's smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Everything and anything that Satan has to offer me, I know it's an illusion. I don't want nothing from you. I don't need anything from you. And I mean at all. But this is the energy that people come in, low vibrational, sinister, manipulative. These are the energies that people come in these industries. And far as like with these groups, like I said, you know, is your support group a healthy support group? Because people can be in all kind of things, man. You don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going on, but you over here with this one, or you over here with that one, and they got all kind of stuff going on, and you have a hunch, but you ain't sure exactly. All you know is, hey, man, I'm just doing what I do as an independent contractor, or any other industry. I was given a job. That's all I'm doing is my job. You know what I mean? Nothing else but my job. That's it. All the talking and you know what I'm saying? Making friends, and that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to do the job properly, and let that be. But you can get caught in the middle of some stuff that could or might possibly be going on that you have absolutely no idea about. Or this one that you had you was doing business with a couple of years ago, you terminated the contract, or you terminated the relationship, far as the work relationship or business relationship with them, and you decide, well, I'm moving on, I'm moving forward, right? You go somewhere else, try them out for a little while, things ain't going right because you have a goal. It's not your responsibility to sit in somebody else's mess, man. That's not what I'm here for. So you want me to build you up, and I can't even build myself dealing with you, but I'm supposed to build you up though. I got bills just like anybody else. I can't pay my bills, but I'm supposed to go out on a limb for you to do this. I got events coming up. I got funerals coming up. I got weddings coming up. I got trips that I need to take. And I'm out here working, 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 working. I'm grinding, 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 grinding. There's investments that I need to make, right? And I'm seeing a bare minimum, but I'm supposed to stay, or I'm supposed to stick around and go in the hole, be out on the street because I'm so loyal to you. You ain't gonna give me nothing. You ain't gonna give me no more than what you giving me. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna give me no more than what you already giving me. Nothing. Everything is earned. Nothing is given to me. And for people to have attitudes like they do so much for me, you know what I mean? You ain't doing nothing for me. You ain't doing nothing for me. If I'm out here working, or if I'm working every day, the only thing you've done the only thing you've given me was a means to make some money, and barely making some money. But then give me the attitude, and then, like I said, trying to baller block you. You know what I mean? These people, they come together, man, right? Because they still have they still have this distaste. They still have or feel like a resentment, knowing that what they did was wrong, and I made the better decision to take the high road. Knowing what they did to you was wrong, but because you move forward, now there's a verification process, right? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 8 years, almost 10 years, you reliving your past, man. You reliving your past. You like, man, I don't want to talk about that. It's either we gonna do this or we ain't gonna do this. Either we're gonna do it or we aren't. You know what I mean? But to continuously relive my past, and I had to tell somebody that. I had to tell a few people that. This happened 8 years ago. Why must I still continue to give that person or that situation life? I no longer reside there. Mentally, I've grown. My mind is no longer back there. I no longer reside there. Now, to qualify for this specific position, as an owner operator or as a driver. 3 years is the qualification far as background driving. 5 years is the qualification far as background. Why are we going 8, almost 10 years ago? Why are we going back so far? Off and then for you to explain to these people exactly what happened, to formulate and generate documentation regarding the matter and what happened with the proper presentation and documentation, for them to still deny you. Now you feeling all bad. They told you no, they turned you down. Then you was forced to dwell on the past. You didn't have to, but this is something that you really wanted to do. So you said, what the hell, man? Let me go ahead and explain to these people. And when you find yourself doing that every day, every day, because you trying to move forward and people trying to hinder you from a previous place that you were, you really trying to convince somebody to give you an opportunity, and you reliving the past, constantly reliving the past. Don't you think that you would be fed up? But this is the thing: when you should be angry, pissed off, upset, wanting to kick somebody's in the ass, wanting to kick somebody in the ass. You see what I'm saying? You've always taken the higher road, right? Always, right? Because that's what the true and living God instills in a man of God when he's becoming a better man of God or a better person. You see what I'm saying? God is not gonna work no kind of miracles, man, in the midst of rut and chaos. If it's within your heart, there's no room for a blessing. You got anger in your heart. Okay, what they did was wrong. But what I'm doing in your life and what I'm about to do in your life is right. Forget about them. Don't worry about them, man. Forget about them. I got you, my man. I got you. You don't need them when you got me. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they do, son. You my child. I take care of you. You could talk to them until they blue in the face. All they gonna do is piss you off, and you gonna do something when you can get hurt, go to jail, or be killed because you ain't untouchable. You ain't untouchable, nor are you exempt. Now, you can strike a flame, and it could be a whole bunch of bullshit going on because you got it in you. Ain't nothing soft about you. You got it in you. You see what I'm saying? But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that because you can be hurt. You can hurt somebody else, but you gonna be hurt. You can be hurt. You can be killed. So why bother, man? I got you. I understand you angry. I understand you upset because people continuously do you wrong, man. Don't want to do right by you, but they want you to do right by them when they be doing some fucked up shit, man. And they know it. They be doing some messed up stuff, man. Excuse my language, right? So you dealing with that past events for almost 8 years. Okay. Now, how you were treated was so unjust, man. Right? We talking about from 2016 all the way up to now. And we talking about the transportation industry, right? This is just some of it because it's very, very, in depth. I ain't gonna get in all of the details of it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just show you how how they've discriminated against me in the transportation industry, even before I became an entrepreneur in trucking, right? All the way from 2016. Now, check this out. Now, in 2020, like I said, I got started. Things didn't work out. You know what I mean? Because for the simple fact, if I'm buying something, and I don't advise you to do that either, you buying equipment from somebody that's giving you the work, right? I don't advise you to do that. You purchasing a vehicle from somebody that's dispatching you and brokering the loads and things like that. I don't advise you do it. You do what you want to do. But I'm telling you this based on my own experiences. You know what I'm saying? Now, as a lease owner operator, right? I say, cool. Everything going good. I mean, everything. Now, that was one of the best companies, man. That was one of the best companies I ever worked for or worked with as a lease owner operator, right? To this day, that was one of the best companies I ever worked with. The issue came in where they began to be possessive, like possessive, wanting to control my runs, wanting to control where, you know what I mean? Now, as a lease owner operator, I'm buying equipment. I run the truck how I want to run it. I take the routes where I want to go. You know, you can't tell me where to run. You know what I mean? I understand you have things that you need moved. You have look, okay, I don't mind doing a favor every now and then. But if I'm paying you for something, I'm not paying you to tell me how to run a truck that I'm paying for. Give me what it is I need. You know what I mean? Now, I decide, well, man, I'm finna go ahead, man, and move forward, man. Forget all that. You know what I mean? I'm moving forward. So I'm paying for something. So I say, okay, well, I just lease the truck on. I lease the equipment on with another company. They wouldn't let me. Every time I talk to somebody, they telling me that they putting a lien on the title of the truck. So I can't move forward with the truck that I'm paying for. Right. So I say, okay, cool. Don't worry about it. So everything was well maintained, upkept, the upkeeping of the vehicle, everything. I didn't dog the truck out. I didn't vandalize the truck or anything. When they picked it up, they'll tell you it was clean inside and out. All the equipment, although the equipment belonged to me. I left the chains, binders, everything, right? I moved on. For 4 years, man. Do you hear me? 3 to 4 years, these very people were constantly in my life. When you move forward, you can't move forward because they in the background. They in the background. Anybody you link up with, anybody you think you have an opportunity with, you get the phone call. I'm sorry, Mr. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to move forward. And then it came a point where they stopped telling me why or giving me a reason why. Unfortunately, we're going to be able to, we're not going to be able to, move forward, et cetera, et cetera. Right. So now I don't have equipment any longer. Right. So I go to another place. That didn't work out very well. They couldn't seem to get the payroll right. Go to another spot. It was a good company, great company, but I was unable to be home. It was a regional position, but I couldn't get no home time because they didn't even hire out of the area. Right? Now, I continue on with my journey. I go to another place. I had met a gentleman, an older gentleman at the truck stop. At this time, I was working with a company. I ain't gonna give him no airtime. I was working with a company out of we just gonna say Tennessee, right? I ain't gonna say the particular area. Now with these people, and I already know because I have flatbed experience. Now with these people, all the time that I put in, they only gave me credit for 3. And I know that it's only due to tax purposes, is why they can't verify no more than 3 months of flatbed, experience, right? I was with them people for an entire year, but they only give me credit for 3 if I needed to be verified by another company or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out. I find the gentleman while I'm traveling and I'm working with these people, right? And this was around because I was getting some experience. I was getting some experience, right? Yeah, I went to him. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I was getting some experience. I got my experience first, and then I went over to the company that was regional or whatever. You know what I mean? They was flatbed too. But I met this guy. He was an older guy. Cool dude. Cool dude, man. Real cool. Uh, very wise, very intelligent. You know what I mean? And he was telling me about a company. He was telling me about a company in the Midwest, right? So I said, okay. So what do I need? He told me what it is I needed. Now, I didn't jump directly into it because there were certain things that I needed. I needed more endorsements to do this particular duty, right? And it was as an independent contractor. And he was telling me how great it is. He was showing me settlements. He was showing me things. I'm like, oh man. I was like, man, y'all making bank like he was like, yeah, man. He was like, this is what I was just paid out. And it was thousands of dollars for one trip. I was like, man, you lying, man. I didn't say he was lying. You know what I mean? That was disrespectful to tell my elder, that. I'm like, man, you can't be serious. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, yeah, this is what we doing, man. He was like, man, I don't have to really get dirty or anything other than, doing this and doing that. But it's a good spot, man. So I didn't get the endorsement right away. I was still preoccupied, and doing other things, you know, uh, regarding hobbies and building other businesses, etc. Right? So eventually, I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and give it a shot because these places that I'm going to, they seem to be so dead end, man. Like they can't seem to get the mathematics right when it comes to me being paid or getting paid. You know, Now, as an adult, a responsible adult, if they don't meet the standard for what it is you need, because that's what it's about. It's about the money. They can say whatever they want to say, but business is business, man. You know what I mean? They can say, oh, he's a user, but aren't you? Because you hired me for a reason. You gave me a shot for a reason because you need something done, right? And I need some money. I need some revenue. I would like some revenue in a substantial amount of revenue. You dig what I'm saying? These are days out of my life and out of our lives that we'll never get back. And to have time wasted for nothing or on nothingness, oh no. I'm going to make as many changes as I need to make to live the way to live the life that I desire to live. Rather it's with them or not. Rather it's all by myself, rather it's with a team, or I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to have my way. It ain't about nobody liking it or not. I'm going to have my way. Simple and plain. I might not have my way with you, and I don't have to have my way with you. I'm going to have my way, though. I'm going to have my way because this is my life, and I know what I want. But anyway, and I got to have it. But anyway, I get the endorsement. Finally, it took me about a year and a half, about 2 years. I finally get the endorsement. So I go ahead and apply. I had been applying, you know what I mean, before the 2 year mark because I had to keep I took the test maybe I real talk. I took the test like 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? I took the test like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, man, and I had already applied. And I'm like, all I need to do is just get this endorsement. Once I get this endorsement, everything will be go. And they was telling me, well, don't worry, well, go ahead and get the endorsement. We're gonna go ahead and get everything started. So I already had the job or already had the position as an independent contractor before actually being there because they had started the process and we did it more than once. You know what I mean? Over a course of time. And I was still out and about driving and trying to make money, you know what I'm saying? And I had to try to find time, to stop by the DMV and get everything going so I could go ahead and jump on the opportunity. Okay. So now I jump on the opportunity. Finally, I get everything that I need to get started. I go there, and what do you know? The same guy that I met years ago, he's still there, and he's my trainer, right? So we kicking it, we talking, you know what I mean? And I'm starting, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm like, oh man, you know. But there was one particular department or one particular sector, you know, or division. There was one particular division that I didn't partake of, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, I figured that I'd just do what I need to do, drop and leave, I mean, mechanics, I'm into mechanics, but I'm the type of guy I like to be in and out. I don't like to waste time, like in real life. I don't like to just waste time. I don't like to hang around, you know what I mean? So if, say for instance, if my truck was in the shop, right? They say, well, um, we're gonna get it checked in and we're gonna see, what needs to be done or whatever. We're gonna go ahead and give it an analysis, you know, and we're gonna see what needs to be done or whatever. Once you check the truck in or whatever, uh, just give us some time or whatever. You know what I mean? So we can inspect the truck and we can see what the issue is. We'll let you know shortly. Now, if I have to sit there in a lobby or whatever, or if I have to go to the driver's lounge, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna be there very long. You know what I mean? Because I don't like to hang around. I don't like to hang around. So therefore, I'm gonna leave. I'm going to the hotel. I'm going to the hotel. But anyway, I really start to engage and really start liking things. And oh man, I'm running, man. I'm talking about I'm doing good. I'm making bread, I'm getting money. I'm running, man. I'm being progressive. You know, I'm talking about I'm doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden, and I noticed, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm always to myself, and I noticed that after a while, there was like this spirit of jealousy, like this spirit of envy, you know, uh, people talking amongst themselves or talking amongst each other, in groups. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the topic of discussion. I don't pay these people no mind. I come, grab what it is I need to grab, and leave. They started being petty, started nitpicking. You know what I mean? Like they trying to group up and team up like some kind of high school chaos or some kind of some kind of high school drama or something like that, some kind of sitcom or something. And I didn't desire to engage in that kind of foolishness. You know what I'm saying? I come in there, I'm smelling good, looking good. If my shoes ain't, you know what I'm saying, brand new, they clean. I done wiped them down real good. You know what I mean? And I might not even be fly. Some mesh shorts, brand new t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? And they be asking me, man, where you get them from, man? How much did you pay for them? That ain't your business how much I paid for them. I don't tell them in those words exactly. You know what I mean? Because what they were doing was pocket watching. And what they were soon doing is trying to put salt in my game, right? So now, after a while, you know, on certain days of the month, they have something called safety day, right? They call it safety day. So the people from the logs department, they come out to check your logs, right? Man, things were becoming so intense after so long, man. I'm talking about people kept saying, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't do this and you can't do that. So I said, you know what, man? I'm going to just ease up then. I'm going to ease up going in. You know what I'm saying? Going hard. You know what I mean? And me, I'm the type of person too. When I'm doing certain tasks, you know what I'm saying? I try to be easy because and stay dry because I sweat heavy. I sweat a lot. You know what I mean? So when I get up underneath the truck or whatever, and I might have to turn a couple of boats or whatever, you know what I mean? I might be taking my time doing it because I'm trying to stay as dry as I can. You see what I'm saying? Especially if I'm just leaving the hotel, just getting out the shower. Now you getting all sweaty. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take my time and be easy with it and stay as dry as I can and still smell good. You know what I mean? That's just me, right? So I just stopped doing what it was I was doing, as far as trying to go and because what I would do is I go and get a load, right? Pick the load up, drop the load off, catch a flight, you know what I'm saying, from LA or wherever I was, and go back to the yard if I still got dry time. Go back to the yard and grab another stack and take off. They told me I could. I got to stop doing that. They started getting technical about everything. Oh, you got to do this and you got to do that. Oh, kept on saying, kept on nitpicking about logs. And then the lady from the safety department, she coming out there trying to, you know what I mean? Like she trying to spy on me and trying to catch me, you know what I'm saying, with my logs not properly done and edited. And oh man, it was just a mess, man. Even when I go certain areas, you know what I'm saying, where most of the drivers go to, like the hotels or whatever, they got little restaurants in the area or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And boy, I'm talking about they hating on me there at the hotel. I'm talking about, man, the hate was so bad. When I say the hate was bad, the hate, and you can only wonder, you can't help but wonder, like, what exactly What exactly is wrong with these people? You don't even talk to them. I don't talk to them. I speak to them and let that be. They see you riding slick. They come, hey man, so what's going on? Yeah, man, I bought it, man. You know what I'm saying? So trying to get in your business. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want you to have it, man. Right? So I had one time, you know what I mean? One of the people from safety mentioned something about somebody was saying this, and man, I had a speech to give them. You know what I mean? God is in charge of me. You know what I mean? I don't care nothing about God is in charge. And see, I'm gonna tell you, man, some people just don't like that. So eventually, long story short, they didn't have any load availability really, and the rates weren't so good. You know what I mean? So my last load, I dropped off right in Orlando, and when I got there, there was this guy. He looked homeless, white guy, but he drive for him, right? And you get a few of those in there too. You know what I mean? There was one guy, one black guy, man. The guy, he was homeless, man. I'm talking about walking on the back of his shoes like his shoes too tight. I'm talking about looking bad, man. I'm like, this man work every day and we make good money. Like, why is this man walking around like a bum? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, now I dropped off my last load in Orlando, right? I wasn't sure if it would be my last load. I had a hunch though. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I get into my transportation, you know what I'm saying, going to the hotel or whatever, before going to the airport, they tell me, you know, they tell me, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but uh, this is the last load with you. I'm sorry about this and sorry about that. We're gonna discontinue this, and I was like, okay, that's fine. That's fine with me. I ain't worried about it. And I handled it well. You know what I'm saying? And see, sometimes they expect you to blow up and get angry and be disappointed. Nah, because I had a nice run here with you. I appreciate it, but who I am as a person, it'll never change. Especially talking about no money. If I'm treating you right, you know what I mean? Hey man, that's all you get. And good work ethic, that's it. There's no room for anything else. Nothing else. You know what I mean? Not at all. So I handled it well. And I let it go. You know what I'm saying? Go to another spot. A little while later, they don't want to fix the equipment, riding illegal, you know what I mean? As far as wear and tear on the equipment. And I'm talking about bad, man. Now, check this out. In a process of working with them, every week that I was there, my check or my payment was shorter and shorter every week, which means the following week, they still owe me money and they giving me excuses. I got bills to pay and everything, right? Now, I'm the one that should be mad, right? Everybody want to give me these little attitudes and these little looks. And man, listen, if anything, I should be the one that's pissed with the entire world, with the entire world for what people have done to me, right? Now, check it out. They owe me bread. I got bills to pay. We now at 3 bands. We at $3,000 now. Last day come, I'm telling them about the trailer. I'm telling them about the truck. This needs to be fixed. This a small repair. airbag or whatever. It needs to be, needs to be repaired. I can't continue driving on the road like this, and then I'm loaded down with lumber. The trailer tilting while I'm driving. It's sideways while I'm driving. This repair is critical. It has to be. It has to be repaired or restored. Oh, you only have a couple of 100 miles and see if okay. If I get pulled by DOT, this goes on my driving record, not yours. If he write me up and do an inspection, this goes on my driving record, not yours, man. They kept on talking. Oh, such and such and such. I get down there eventually, right? They tell me the secretary come out like they finna make the repair. I had already had my stuff packed up or whatever and ready to go when I got there. I ain't have to take nothing out of no cupboards. I didn't have to take anything out of any consoles. I didn't have to grab any of my belongings from out of the cab. It was already packed up, ready to go. So when I got there, I guess she thought that she was being manipulative in what she was telling me or whatever, the secretary. The owner wasn't available, so she come out to the truck with this smile and doing all this walking around. And yeah, he said this and that. And then I see another brother, a young man, you know what I'm saying? He's in the office talking to the lady. So I'm like, okay, so this must be the next guy they gonna put into the truck. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know, you know what I mean? They trying to get rid of me right now. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. You know what I mean? Because they ain't trying to give me what they owe me. And I be damned. He said that you're terminated, and you no longer have, no longer work with us anymore or whatever, and to turn in the keys. Man, I left that bitch running, and I left the door open. You dig? I left the door open with that motherfucker running, man. You know what I mean? Because I already knew what time it was. All I had to do was grab my suitcase and walk up the street, get some of that good air fried chicken they got at the truck stop down there. You know what I mean? And I went on down to the airport, and I got on from riding there. You know what I'm saying? Got on from riding there, right? Now I'm calling them, keeping a positive attitude and everything. I ain't hollering, ain't hooping, ain't yelling, none of that, right? They don't want to answer. And a lot of these companies, you know what I'm saying? They dispatchers are overseas. A lot of them don't even reside here in America. You know what I'm saying? Now, they could call me and tell me where I could pick a load up from, and they can half fast pay me. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to the full payment and after dropping the last load, you know what I'm saying? They didn't want to answer the phone. They even blocked me. You know what I'm saying? Now some of them that done me dirty. You know what I mean? I said I'm gonna be dirty too. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be dirty too. I ain't sending your ass not one BOL. But I said, what would that make me? And held on to the BOL for months. If I can't get paid, you can't get paid either. You know what I'm saying? But I said, you know what, man? God ain't gonna bless you with that attitude, man. Don't worry about what they did. And although for me, it's eye for an eye. You see what I'm saying? I have no room to turn the other cheek. You see what I'm saying? It's an eye for an eye with me. You see what I'm saying? I've been abused mentally for years. You see what I'm saying? And I've had enough of it too. You know what I'm saying? So these days, it ain't no turn the other cheek and being forgiven and all that. No, I wouldn't even put myself in that kind of situation, right? Fire with fire. You know what I mean? So what I did was, I said, man, listen, you ain't got to forgive them for nothing. Just do right, man. Just do what's right. Although they were wrong, Now that's turning the other cheek. Although they were wrong, do the right thing, man. Don't worry about it, bro. I got you. So I submitted all of the paperwork. I submitted the trip packs and everything so they could get paid. And there was several of them. I released the money so they can be paid. They didn't pay me, but they got paid for sure. Right? Now, upon that situation, leaving that situation, I was in the process of doing a move. Right? Single male, living by myself. You know what I mean? Furnished, everything. Crib furnished. You know what I mean? Got it looking real nice in there. Everything. You know what I mean? Live like I want, eat like I want, smoke cigars, drink cognac, vibe out, listen to music. You know what I mean? Whenever I'm home, right? Now, during the process of me being with this other company or whatever that I mentioned regarding, the trailer repairs and all of that, them owing me money, I'm falling behind on my bills, right? I done already paid everything, right? But other things are coming around. And each week that they short me, I'm coming up short, right? So when I was in Texas, I had spoke to the people in the at the leasing office, keeping them informed of what's going on, right? Letting them know that I'm about to pay this because at that time, I was doing something else. And for me to be out there like that every day of the week and not even make $1,000 a week, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this ain't even enough to pay my car note. You know what I'm saying? $500 a week. You driving a semi. I'm like, oh no, man, I can't live like this. You know what I mean? So I got out of there. But during this time, I still got things going on. You know what I mean? My bills got to be paid. So I'm on the hunt trying to see what I could do. You know what I mean? Right? So that's when I made the move and I was with them for about, I was with them for not even, I say not even a month, man. But I'm keeping the people at the leasing office informed of what's going on. Right? So I got my money up. Soon as I get my money up, they jack it up a little bit more. So I'm like, dang, man. So now I gotta get a couple of more. I gotta get a couple more $100, man, to get this straight. I got it, but now they done jacked it up. Like they trying to force the eviction. You know what I mean? So I said, okay, let me see what's going on. Let me recoup, right? So I'm like, I got the bread, but these people still owe me money. They ain't trying to give me my money, right? So now she telling me that they gonna proceed with the eviction. So I say, okay, cool. I'm still, at this time, I was still with them. I'm still working. You know what I mean? Hoping that they straighten everything out. So with the bread they owe me, because we up to 3,000 now. They ain't trying to give me the money, right? So I'm on my way. I'm telling her, even when I was in Texas, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna come down there. You know what I'm saying? So I could go ahead and get the storage space, get the storage unit, and everything. You know what I mean? Get the storage unit and everything, so I could go ahead and store everything and continue doing what it is I was doing. So one day, something told me, said, give her a call. A couple of days had passed. Some said, give her a call and see what's going on because I'm headed down there and we could go ahead and do the eviction. You know what I mean? We could go ahead and do the eviction. You know, she said the sheriff is there, whatever. I said, okay, cool. Let me give her a call and see what's up. So when I give her a call, I'm explaining to her, you know, hey, I'm on my way down. You know, I'm about to get this storage unit so I could put my stuff in there. You know, this company holding me up. You know what I mean? And she cut me off. She said, we've already done the eviction. I say, you've already done the eviction. She was like, yeah. I say, you didn't contact me. You didn't tell me anything. I haven't been home. So I wasn't properly subpoenaed about anything. I wasn't subpoenaed about anything. You know, I'm a single man. You didn't pick up the phone. You didn't send me an email. Nothing. You didn't tell me anything. Right. So I said, okay. I said, all right. So now I said, are my belongings still outside? Are my belongings still outside? So because I'm on my way down there, I could go to the U-Haul and get a box truck or whatever, just like I moved all my furniture inside by myself, other than the couches. I moved everything in there by myself. Now I'm about to load it all up in the truck by myself. So I asked her, so are my belongings still on the property or on the premises or outside in front of the place? She didn't have no word for me. She said, let me take a look. So I called back. Somebody else answers the phone. And I tell her, yes, I spoke to such and such, and she said that she was gonna give me a call back and let me know what's going on with my belongings. Are my belongings still, outside? She said, I don't know. I don't know. Let me take a look. So I called her back a little later, a few minutes later, and she told me that nothing was there. Now, Foxford rugs, paintings that I paid for, some of them wasn't original. You know what I mean? Paintings that I paid for, Foxford rugs, mean ass coffee tables. You know what I'm saying? Sound system, 80-inch flat screen TV that's never even been programmed or even watched because I don't watch television. Just there because I might potentially have company in the future. Candlestick holders, brand new lamps, couches with pillows. Pillows got tags on them, brand new. And nobody lives there but me. Pillows with tags on them. Cushions never been farted on. So much is farted on before, right? Brand new bedroom suite, brand spanking new, plastic still on it, brand new. But don't nobody know where my stuff went. Nobody. I didn't file a police report. Could have filed a police report. Didn't file one, right? I should be the one that's mad. Don't nobody know where all this brand new stuff went. All this pretty furniture. Don't nobody know where my shit went, right? Okay. Now, moving along, I'm constantly, I'm talking about constantly, man. Far as like when I was far as like I don't exactly like I said, man, I don't exactly know what's going on in the minds of people, but I guess sometimes people feel that I just ain't human, or that I just have so much that, man, he ain't gonna miss it. He ain't gonna miss it, man, and this and that. He got money, man. He doing, he doing numbers, man. We could use this, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna need it. Somebody will give him another one, or he could get another one. He make enough money. They want what you have, man. Not understanding that you work hard for everything. Ain't no female help me get nothing. Ain't no man help me get nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've done it all by myself, like like a responsible man supposed to do. Now, there's been a few things as of recently that's happened, but nothing is being accounted for. I'm taking the loss, right? I'm taking the loss. When it comes to me, certain people seem like they don't even care. They covering up for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Every time something happen, you know what I mean? Rather it's legally or illegal, they covering for somebody. They don't know the name of the individual. They can't release this or they can't release that. Why can't you? Why can't you? The reason is they investigating this and they investigating that. Covering for somebody. Just like when my stuff was stolen. I was going to make a police I was going to make a police report. True indeed. I damn sure was. I was finna make a police report when I called and I told them my name. You should have heard some of the things they were saying in the background. Jealous, man. Hateful. And like I said, man, a lot of these people, man, I don't even know, bro. You hear me? I don't know these people. All of the stuff that's been done to me, I should be the one that's mad, being jailed for something that I did not do. I should be the one that's mad, being blocked, being blocked from finding another source of income, far as within the industry that I have the credentials for. Going homeless, man. I'm talking about homeless, eating peanut butter filled pretzels, man, in the cold, changing clothes in the damn laundromat after I wash them, stripping down to my drawers in the laundromat, man, changing my socks because they sticking to my damn shoe in the laundromat, man, in the sink, trying to wash my tail, man, in the sink with a bottle of damn water and some Dove soap, trying to get clean, man. I should be mad, but thank God I had clippers. I could shave, and thank God I still had clean and clear, so I can exfoliate. I could cut my hair and I could shave, and still had clean clothes, and still having conversation, still getting action from women, still talking about the goodness of God through all of that, getting action from career women and all, man. Still smelling like cologne. on the streets, man. I should be mad. I should be pissed. I should be in an uproar. I should be enraged. I should be a killer. The shit motherfuckers done to me. It should have made me a killer. The things motherfuckers done to me. Eating pretzels, bro. Refilling a water bottle every now and then, or maybe a couple of days out of the week, because I'm trying to save money. I say, man, shoot, I'm finna get me a bowl, a veggie bowl, just so I won't get too skinny. Catching the bus early in the morning, wheel in the damn suitcase, man. Damn wheel and came off the suitcase. I'm dragging the bitch, man. You dig what I'm saying? One night I was out on the phone at the bus stop. At the bus stop, on the phone, talking to my people, man. I was talking to my mother, man, on the phone. And one of these Mexican city workers. I'm at the bus stop now. Mexican city worker. I guess he cleaning the pavement or the sidewalk or whatever he was doing, right? So I got my suitcase inside of the like the booth where the bus stop is, it's shaped like a booth. And I got my backpack on top of my suitcase, right? So he getting out to do whatever it is he finna do, right? So he grabbed my backpack and I'm like, hey man, that's mine, right? So I go to reach for it and he dropped it on the ground like it was nothing, like I was nothing to him, like I was nothing to him, like I'm just nobody. I say, hey man, I say that's mine. I say that's mine right there. I go to reach for it, and before I could grab it, he just dropped it on the ground. And I went to talking to God. I said, Lord, keep me. Lord, please, Lord Jesus, keep me. Keep me. And I called him a disrespectful motherfucker. You disrespectful motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I said, Lord, I was hollering to the heavens. I say, Lord Jesus, please keep me while I'm out here. I was ready to do something terrible to his ass, man. But I should be mad. I should be angry. I should be disgruntled. I should be pissed, right? But guess what? People trying to steal from you. You know what I mean? Trying to steal from you and everything. Skimming off your earnings however they can. Just skimming. And some of these people actually think that you don't know that they have relationships with the people that see you or come around, right? Say for instance, you live in a particular area. There might be a female that might have interest in you, right? There might be a female that have interest in you, right? Now, according to the city or the state you're in particularly, if that woman needs help, or if they feel that y'all got something going on, ain't no telling what they done told them, right? What they'll do is they'll take some of your earnings, a portion of your earnings, and give to this person without you knowing. Y'all ain't got nothing going on. They'll take a portion of your earnings and give it to this person, hoping that you don't know or that you won't find out because that person might need help, right? Now, when it comes to me going wherever I'm going, people know exactly where I am. They know exactly what I'm doing every day, every night. You hear me? They know there's nothing that I could hide. There's nothing that I could hide. And this been going on for years because I know I'm being watched like that. I'm being watched like that. No matter where I'm going, no matter what I'm doing, they know about it. They know about it. That's how closely I'm watched. Maybe it's for a good reason, but for the most part, I don't think that it is. Not all the time. Let's just be quite honest about it. Let's be honest and open about it. Going to the liquor store, people walking around, huffing and puffing like they angry. Man, I don't care nothing about that. You can be angry. That's fine. Keep that shit over there. You can be angry. Ain't nothing wrong with being angry. If you thinking you pumping fear in me, you got another thing coming, man. What you should do is what you did. Walk past like you mad, talking to yourself, you and your buddies. When they know you going to a particular place, what they'll do is they'll talk to somebody because most of these people are for sale. If it's a hotel, right? They go in there, do you know such and such and such, and just start conversation. Well, would you I need you to call me. Will you give me a call when they arrive or whatever? How much is it gonna cost me? I'll give you $100. I'll give you $50 because we want to be in a room beside them when they get here. Or we gonna be here. We already know that he's coming. Could you put him in a room beside us because we want to keep our eye on him? And like I said, most people are for sale to try to start some shit with you, man, or just try to be in your business. This has been going on for years, man. This has been going on for years. Now, upon the eviction, right? The vehicle, right? I had a vehicle, right? Now, most of the clothing, because driving trucks, I felt that it was gonna come to that. And I was like, you know what, man? I'm in a tight spot right now. I said, let me grab all of my clothes or whatever, or grab whatever it is I can grab and take with me so I could keep it in the truck. You know what I'm saying? So I take the stuff from out of the truck and, I'm traveling with it. You know what I'm saying? And while I was at one of them companies too, somebody stole one of my suit jackets. You know what I'm saying? Somebody stole one of my suit jackets while I was working with one of them companies too. You know what I mean? So now I got I got thousands of dollars of clothing and merchandise in the vehicle. All kind of shoes, red Jordans, Air Max, uh, rather it be Stacy Adams, dress shirts, polos, boots, you name it. You know what I mean? Polo gear, you name it. Opportunity call. I leave my truck at the airport like I always do. Free parking. I say, man, well, I keep telling this company, I gotta be home. I gotta be home. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta get home because I got something that I need to take care of. I got something I need to take care of because I was gonna grab my clothes from out of there. You know what I mean? So the people from the bank call me and I tell them, hey, listen, uh, I can tell you exactly where the vehicle is. I said, I'll meet you and I'll give you the keys and everything. You know what I mean? I'm on my way home now. I'll give you the keys to it and everything. I'm on my way home now because I have some very important things that I need to get out of it. I need to get out of that truck, right? As I'm talking to her, she hang up, right? So I continue driving. The next day, I get there to the airport. The vehicle's gone with all of my shit in it, my entire wardrobe. Not to mention some of the stuff that was in the apartment, my apartment that I had. All of my shit, all of my belongings, all of my apparel, socks, underwear. I still had a whole bunch of socks and underwear, brand new, in my drawers. You know what I'm saying? In my dresser drawers or whatever in my apartment. Full. I'm talking about full of socks. I could barely close the drawers. Full of socks, brand new underwear, everything. Everything was taken. So what? I'm at square one again, scrambling. I had just built my wardrobe up again because while you driving on the road, you know, you really living out of a suitcase. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person, I don't like to have too much stuff, especially if I got to catch a flight because I've done that on various occasions where, I had all of these electronics. I decide I want to make a change. Now I got to clear all this stuff out. I'm leaving brand new Air Max or almost brand new Air Max, monkey suits. I'm leaving that. I'm leaving steel toe boots that I might have just bought maybe a month ago, brand new almost. You know what I'm saying? And those boots, the ones that I buy cost hundreds of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I don't buy no cheap work boots. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type, I'm gonna spend at least 200 or more for some boots. You know what I mean? And all kind of t-shirts, underwear. Because if you catching a flight, you can't take all that shit with you. You know what I mean? You can't. You can take whatever you want, but that if you leaving here, that means this is it. Far as income coming from this particular area, so you're gonna spend $500 for a flight. Then you're gonna spend an additional $600 trying to take all that shit with you. You know what I mean? Opposed to you paying just the $40, you know what I mean, or the $50, or even $150, if you got two suitcases, you know what I'm saying? So you got to choose what you're going to leave and what you're going to keep. So my entire wardrobe, you know what I mean, was in that vehicle. And guess what? Same old song. Nobody had answers for shit. Nobody knows nothing about nothing. When it comes to me and somebody doing wrong or doing me wrong, or me inquiring about something that happened concerning me, nobody knows nothing about nothing. But shouldn't I be pissed? Shouldn't I be the one that's mad? And like I said, man, there's a lot of discrimination in this game. A lot of discrimination, man. And it's been going on for a long time. You know what I mean? A long time. And I managed to fight through it. Keep on fighting, man. And I'm gonna tell you something too. I'm gonna tell you something too. When somebody called me brother, when somebody called me brother, I take that very, very personally. Don't call me your brother and put a dagger in my back at the same time. You can keep that shit because I know when it's fake. And don't try to use it as a manipulation tactic towards me. To me, I feel like it's a slap in the face. Don't insult my intelligence. Please, don't insult my intelligence because I know you don't mean it. Now, I'm gonna tell you another thing. Because they look like you, that don't mean that they like you. You hear me? Because they look like you, that don't mean they for you. They'll try to destroy your ass too. Probably quicker than any white man or any other culture would try to tear your ass down. You hear me? Probably do it just as fast. A nigger or a negro or a black man or a black woman look just like you. And in your mind, you like, where the love at? Ain't no love. It ain't personal. It's just business, man. Just business, man. That's it. So be mindful of that too. You hear me? I want to leave you with this. Leave you with this, man. Now, what they meant for evil, God made it good. A profound biblical truth. The Bible is filled with stories of redemption, hope, and God's sovereign power to transform seemingly insurmountable obstacles into credible blessings. One of the most poignant examples of this is the verse found in Genesis 50:20, where Joseph declares to his brothers, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." This verse encapsulates a powerful theme that resonates throughout Scripture. God can turn the evil intentions of others into something good. This concept offers hope, comfort, and a profound understanding of God's sovereignty in our lives. In this blog or this video or this live, we'll explore the deeper meaning of Genesis 50:20, how it applies to our lives today, and why it remains one of the most inspiring Bible verses for Christians around the world. Understanding Genesis 50:20. Genesis 50:20 is part of the dramatic conclusion of Joseph's story in the Bible. To fully grasp its meanings, let's revisit the context. Joseph, one of Jacob's 12 sons, was sold into slavery by his jealous brothers. His journey was marked by suffering, betrayal, and hardship. From being a slave in Egypt to falsely accused and imprisoned, Joseph faced trials that could have broken anyone's spirit. Right. However, through it all, God's hand was at work. Joseph rose to become second in command in Egypt, overseeing a plan that saves countless lives during a devastating famine. When his brothers later came to Egypt seeking food, they discovered that the brother they had wronged was now in a position of great power. Rather than seek revenge, Joseph forgave his brothers and reassured them with the words found in Genesis 50:20. His declaration reveals a key truth about God's nature. He is always in control, even in situations that seem hopeless. The sovereignty of God, turning evil into good. The story of Joseph highlights one of the most important principles in Christianity: God's sovereignty. God is not surprised by evil or caught off guard by the actions of people. Instead, he is able to take even the most painful experiences and use them for his glory and our good. This theme is echoed in other parts of the Bible, such as Romans 8:28. And we now, and we know, that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Isaiah 61:3. To bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. These verses reinforce the message that God has the power to transform our pain and suffering into something meaningful, applying Genesis 50:20 to our lives. Number one, finding purpose in pain. Life often throws unexpected challenges our way, whether it's the loss of a loved one's betrayal or a career setback. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of our circumstances. Genesis 50:20 reminds us that no matter how dark things may seem, God is working behind the scenes. Believe that. For example, consider the story of Job, who lost everything: his family, wealth, and health. Yet, through his faithfulness, God restored Job's fortunes and blessed him even more than before. When we face difficulties, it's crucial to trust that God can use our struggles for a greater purpose. Number two, forgiveness as a path to freedom. Joseph's story is also a powerful example of forgiveness. Despite the harm his brothers caused him, Joseph chose to forgive them. This act of grace not only freed Joseph from bitterness, but also restored his family relationships. Forgiveness is a central theme in the Bible. Jesus taught us to forgive others as we have been forgiven. Matthew 6:14-15. When we let go of resentment, we allow God to heal our hearts, and work his redemptive plan in our lives. Trusting God's timing. One of the most challenging aspects of faith is waiting for God's plan to unfold. Joseph spent years in slavery and prison before he saw God's promises fulfilled. During that time, it would have been easy for him to doubt God's plan. However, Joseph's story teaches us that God's timing is perfect. What may seem like a delay to us is often part of a greater plan. As Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, he has made everything beautiful in its time. Real life examples of God turning evil into good. Corey Ten Boom, a story of forgiveness and redemption. Corey Ten Boom, a Dutch Christian during World War II, was imprisoned in a Nazi concentration camp for helping Jews escape the Holocaust. Despite the horrors she faced, Corey found solace in her faith. After the war, she became an advocate for forgiveness and reconciliation, sharing her story worldwide. Corey's life is a testament to Genesis 50:20. What the Nazi intended for evil, God used for good by inspiring millions with her message of hope and forgiveness. Two, modern day testimonies. In today's world, many people experience moments where they see God turn their pain into purpose. From overcoming addiction to finding strength after tragedy, countless testimonies reflect the truth of Genesis 50:20. For instance, a person who survives a life threatening illness may go on to advocate for others facing similar challenges. Their story becomes a source of hope and encouragement, showing how God can use adversity for good. The role of faith in overcoming adversity. Faith plays a critical role in helping us navigate life's challenges. When we trust in God's promises, we can face difficulties with courage and resilience. Genesis 50:20 reminds us that God is always at work, even when we can't see the bigger picture. Number one, prayer and reflection. In times of hardship, prayer is a powerful tool for seeking God's guidance and comfort. Reflecting on verses like Genesis 50:20 can provide reassurance and strengthen our faith. Two, community support. The Bible emphasizes the importance of community in our spiritual journey. Sharing our struggles and victories with others can help us see how God is working in our lives and the lives of those around us. Conclusion, a message of hope. Genesis 50:20 is more than just a verse. It's a declaration of God's ability to redeem even the darkest moments of our lives. Whether we're facing personal trials or witnessing the brokenness of the world, this verse reminds us that God is in control. As we reflect on Joseph's story and other examples of God's redemptive power, let us find comfort in knowing that what others mean for evil, God can use for good. This truth gives us hope, strengthens our faith, and inspires us to trust in his perfect plan. And what I just read for you was that was just something I wanted, something I wanted to share with you guys and gals, you know what I mean? What they meant for evil, God made it good. A profound biblical truth and beyond. You know what I mean? Because I've definitely experienced it in my life, and I know that many of you have as well. You know what I mean? So, my advisory to you would be just to continue keeping the faith, stay strong, remain steadfast. You know what I mean? Don't bend, don't fold, don't break. You know what I mean? Keep a strong head while you out here, man. And you know, maintain you know, the dedication that you have, you know what I'm saying? The motivation, you know what I'm saying? And because hey man, the stronger you become mentally, rather it be educationally, rather it be physically, you know what I'm saying? Rather it be the way that you communicate far as building relationships, man, there's gonna be more and more and more of it. You know what I'm saying? It's always some more of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a never ending thing. You know what I mean? It never actually goes away, but it just simmers. You know what I'm saying? It never ceases. You know what I'm saying? The storm never truly ceases. You know what I mean? Just like just like a twister, you know what I mean? Before the storm actually comes, you know what I mean? There's a calmness, or even afterwards, you know what I mean? There's a calmness, but everything has been destroyed. Everything has been shaken up, but after the whirlwind, everything is calm. The activity of the water and the movement of the water, the sun starts to shine again. You know what I mean? And you would never think that something like that just transpired or something like that just happened. You know what I mean? I guess that's why, the Most High God, he says, joy cometh in the morning. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's every morning because I won't let nobody take my joy from me. You know what I mean? And you shouldn't allow anyone to take your joy from you. You know what I mean? You're deserving of that joy. You're deserving of the love that you receive, you know, especially the love of God. You're deserving of that. You know what I'm saying? You're a good steward. You're trying to be a good person. You know what I mean? You're being a good person. You know what I mean? You taking care of yourself. You're taking care of others. You know what I mean? Man, listen, can't nobody corner the market on who you are. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no corner in the market, man. You know what I mean? You the real deal. You know what I'm saying? So when they get you, they get authentic. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be out here telling people these good lies and all of that. You know what I mean? What you see is what you get. I'm not here to stroke nobody's ego or none of that. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get. You know what I mean? And sometimes, man, people, they have an issue with the truth. You know what I mean? And you might not even be speaking truth on a wide scale. You know what I'm saying? They'll rather you tell a little white lie. You know what I mean? So it make them feel good. You know what I mean? Man, me, anybody that truly cares about you, man, if they care, they gonna tell you what the deal is. And they ain't gonna let you go no farther. Man, listen, man. I need to talk, man. We need to talk, man. I really don't appreciate what you did, man, and this and that. Talk to me. Know what I mean? And now, rather I want to take your advice or not, because I am a man, I have the choice in the matter. You know what I mean? But it's your responsibility to bring it to that person's attention. You see what I'm saying? And upon them analyzing what it is that went wrong, don't lie to me. That's my point. Don't lie to me. I'm too genuine for all that. And I don't like fakes, man. I don't like frauds. You know what I'm saying? Tell me the truth. Cause that's what I'm gonna do for you. You know what I mean? Because I care that much. You know what I mean? I care that much to tell you where you went wrong or what you did wrong. At least that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no fake, man. You know what I mean? I ain't no fake, man. And I don't desire to be in the company of no fake or no fraud, man. Because I don't live like that, man. I don't live like that. That's why I stay to myself. That's why I stay to myself, man. You know what I mean? Because I refuse to be fraudulent, man, to be fake and not be who I am as a person, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, it can only improve a person's life, man. You know what I mean? Not and it's not even about opinion. It's based on facts. It's based on facts because very soon that person or those people they'll self-destruct because they're accustomed to things, you know, uh they used to people kissing their ass, man. Let's just call it what it is. They used to people kissing their ass, or they used to doing any and everything, you know what I'm saying, that they want to, and nobody not say anything, you know what I mean? Man, start stepping on some toes, man. You know what I mean? In a good way, not to provoke nobody. You know what I'm saying? But tell a person what it is, man. You know what I mean? All that being yes men and yes women, and you know what I mean? Some people say, hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't believe that. You know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do, but there's a line. You know what I'm saying? There's a line, man, to be drawn. It ain't but so much you gonna do. You know what I mean? Tell me the truth. You want to be a friend of mine? Tell the truth, cause I'm gonna tell you some. I'm gonna tell you something for sure. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you something for sure, and you ain't gonna always like it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm only telling you because I care. You know what I mean? You a married man. You my partner. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, hey man, let's hang out, and you know what I'm saying, man. I met this little bit, man. I'm not going nowhere with you, bro. You know what I mean? You're a married man, man. You better take your ass home. You know what I mean? I ain't going nowhere with you, Jack. Your wife won't be saying I'm a bad influence. Man, we guys, you damn right. I'm a damn good guy too. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that on your own, bro. I ain't meeting up with you. I ain't meeting up with no female with you, nigga. Or dude, my bad. I don't play that. You know what I mean? I don't play that. You do that by yourself, bro. I ain't finna be a part of your scheme or your plot. You know what I mean? To meet up with women, bro. Man, and it's just the truth. You feel me? It's just the truth. I don't do that, man. You could call me whatever you want afterwards. I care about you that much for you not to ruin your relationship with your lady, man. To ruin your relationship with your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Behind the aftermath of you getting caught up. You did what I'm saying? Give you, I'm gonna give you something to think about. You know what I mean? I don't get down like that, man. Or you sleeping with another man's wife, and I know about it. You know what I mean? All I'm gonna do is give you some sound advice, man, and let you know you wrong. You ain't supposed to be sleeping with another man's wife, man. You care about that little thing, man, that much. You care about that little cooter. You care about that cat that much. You really, you willing to play Russian roulette with your life, man. You know what I mean? You want all these women out here. You want a married woman that bad that you will risk it all, even your life. You finna go to another man's house to be with his lady, man, to be with his wife, and you have absolutely no consideration of what the consequences of your actions could be. By law, by law, you can be killed, and that's how you want to go. Trying to get the tail of a married woman and got caught up. That's how you want to leave because you couldn't keep your penis in your pants. You could have found any other woman, but you chose a married woman. Man, I don't get down like that. Tell the truth, man. Friends live longer, you live longer sometimes, but tell the truth. Tell the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tell the truth. I ain't for the lying, I ain't for the jiving, man. You can love me, you can hate me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you what it is, man, and what it ain't. Like I said, I ain't here to relax the muscles of nobody's egos, man. You know what I mean? At all. That ain't what I'm here for, man. And tell me about my ass too. If I'm wrong, I'm the type of dude that appreciates stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Open your damn mouth, man. If I done anything wrong to hurt you in any kind of way, talk to me about it. In most cases, so I don't do that, I shut down. I don't say nothing. I get quiet. I ain't finna argue at all. So I don't have to apologize. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't got to apologize. I ain't say shit. and I ain't do shit. Not so much as an argument. That's why I shut down. So I ain't got to damn apologize. If you feel like I should have to apologize, that's just how you feel. I ain't did a damn thing to nobody. That's why I shut up and get quiet because I don't want to be angry to the point that I have to apologize. I'm saving myself the time and the damn energy. You know what I mean? So that was pretty much all I wanted to talk about, man. This is Awesome Will here, man. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content. And also, you know what I mean? I want you to have a marvelous week, the remainder of it. You know what I mean? And we gonna do this again sometime. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I hope that you could partake from my story. It was short, it was simple, you know what I mean? Just getting after it, getting directly to the point, just to let you know, just to bring more awareness to what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? It's spiritual and it's physical as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental thing, it's mental, it's spiritual, and it's physical. You know what I mean? And you really up you really you really standing up against something. You know what I'm saying? Like David and Goliath, man. You know what I mean? There's giants out here to be slain, man. You know what I mean? On so many levels. There's so many giants out here to be slain, man. You know what I mean? And just be positive, man. Do what it is you got to do. You know what I mean? Do what it is you have to do. You being a productive citizen. People may judge you for your decisions. It don't matter. Why? Because God told me to. Until next time, man. All right. Peace.